Welcome to the Tesla.
Thank
you. Your driver today is full self-driving. I have put in
supervised.
Sorry, you got to include the supervised. I put in a few waypoints around town.
Excellent.
So in general, about 200 miles on city streets between trying to kill you.
Okay.
So we found a few places around town that would be within those 200 miles. And all you have to do to so I'll just explain. So to disengage it, it's kind of like cruise control. You hit the brakes, or if you put any steering input into the wheel, you'll see I quite often have my finger on the wheel like that. But that's not me turning it, that's just me getting ready to grab it. But Tesla no longer enforces you holding onto the wheel.
At all?
At all, yeah. So they use this little...
Did it used to? Because it used to have eye trackers, right?
Well, it has both. But it used to have, you have to keep your hands on the wheel all the time. Now they just tell you to. It's not technically a hands-off feature because legally you're still supposed to have both hands on the wheel.
Yeah, right.
But it's no longer enforced.
And before that, it did that with capacitive.
Before that, it would
determine if
with the torque input, and it would flash and say put your hands on the wheel every minute or so.
And it would look at your eyes.
And look at your eyes.
Eye tracking, gotcha.
Yeah. But the eye tracking, I don't really want to show you here, but so yeah, that's it. We can drive. But the eye tracking, if you have sunglasses on and you fall asleep like that, does not notice.
I see.
And you'll see it's okay at some things. There are some things it does do quite well. But the problem is the way that Tesla markets it and sells it is that it's 10 times safer than a human, and it lures people into the wrong, intentionally lures people into the wrong impression.
Okay, this is interesting because we're
going left,
okay.
Yeah.
Because that thing's way over.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see what it did with that. By the way, I did tell my mom I was doing this, and she thought it was a bad idea.
Yeah, my mum follows Dan on Twitter and watches all the videos, and she's like, "What are you doing? You've got to look after yourself."
That's exactly what my mom said too. Are you sure this is a good idea?
Yeah.
She also has no interest in having a robotic driver.
No. But yeah, it can just it can follow. It's quite good at following the car in front.
Okay.
But yeah, so just to give you, I think you probably know this already, but to explain about the Dawn project and why we're doing this, is Dan O'Dowd set up the Dawn project in 3.5 years ago. His background, as you know, is secure, reliable, and hyper secure, hyper reliable software engineering. Does the operating system for all of our nuclear bombers, for all of the fighter jets, most major, all the big airliners in the sky, the 787, the A380, all run on Dan's operating system. It's been around for 15 years now. It has never once failed, never once crashed, never once been hacked. Despite the best efforts of the Russians, the Chinese, the North Koreans, the Iranians, no one's ever managed to crack it. And he is pretty concerned about this trend over the last sort of 10 years really of hooking everything that our lives depend on, first of all putting computers in charge of it, and then hooking those computers up to the internet. So you've got things like the power grid, the hospitals, the water treatment plants, the dams, the self-driving cars,
systems with PLCs, control systems, etc.
And the danger, and running on computers is one problem, but when you hook them up to the internet, you then make them available to anyone in the world with a computer. And if you're doing that, you need to do it with software that can't be easily hacked by a teenager in their bedroom. And when I'm going to slow down,
I was just going to say I would have slowed down for that, Bob. And he saw sort of all these dams, power grids, all this stuff all being connected up onto the internet with basically Windows or Linux or just software that people have downloaded off the internet. It's riddled with known security vulnerabilities, and no one seemed to be doing anything about it. So he set up the Dawn project to raise awareness to this, because basically all these systems, they're weapons of mass destruction when they're in the hands of the enemy. Of course they are.
So the Dawn project is basically saying, let's not leave the keys lying around.
So Teslas can be, the operating system of a Tesla can be written to from the internet, obviously, because it has to get updated by Tesla.
Absolutely.
So and what are there firewalls on Tesla?
They do have some, but there's a hacking competition every year called Pwn to Own, and Tesla put up basically if you hack it, you get to keep it. And Tesla put up a Tesla Model 3, so the slightly smaller one than this. it took them, I think, 90 seconds to crack into it
to get through
and break through the
firewall.
the firewalls and cyber security protections and all that sort of stuff. Oh, I think that's because the car in front slowed down.
Yeah, I was gonna say it did. So it will not slow down for bumps or.
Oh no. No.
I also saw that it wouldn't slow down for bumps or
speed humps.
Speed bumps.
Yeah. No, with speed humps, it's kind of 50-50.
Okay, interesting. It'll see them?
It'll see them sometimes, and well, sometimes that's the other thing. What it's showing on this display here, which looks very impressive at first glance, is not actually all of what it's seeing. And if you also look, like, you'll see the static cars start moving around, and the best is if you have a big group, or the worst, if you have a big group of people going across the car, it will show like 3 people, not 11.
Ooh, really? Wow.
And if there are little kids in the group, they just aren't represented at all.
Ooh, yeah, like the mannequins.
Exactly. And the reason that we're sort of so focused on, are you indicating right? Okay, good. We're focused on Tesla because, well, firstly, if you can easily buy a Tesla and test it. You can't buy a nuclear power plant and test it, and you can't hack a nuclear power plant to prove a point.
No,
or
that's true.
You get raided during the night and you end up
arrested,
in
right.
El Salvador or whatever it is these days.
Yep.
But you can, well, especially if you are of significant means like Dan is, buy a Tesla and test it and, make this point publicly. And obviously when we started this 3 years ago, we didn't know that Tesla was going to become what it is now, one of the most hated companies in the world.
For many, many reasons.
Yeah. But we've always thought they deserved that title because of what they're doing with this. And Elon went along and helped us, and
so the infamous decision of not including LiDAR, that was how many years ago?
That was 2018, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe 2016 actually.
Okay.
But around that time.
Yeah.
And to be fair, back then a LiDAR unit cost like $15,000.
Okay.
And you can see why, if you're trying to make it so that all the cars do it, putting a $15,000 option on it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they charge $12,000 for the software, so there was an argument that it was too expensive then, and it just wasn't feasible at scale. But now we're 10 years later now, and they're like $200 a unit,
right.
And it would be very, very easy to put them on. In fact, the cars that they were building back then in 2018 all the way up to 2023 have what's called hardware 3. There's been hardware 1, 2, 3, and this is hardware 4. Hardware 3, the cameras on that are 1.2 megapixels, which is less than lower than the first ever iPhone.
I was going to say, so that's really low res.
We actually gave it an eye test, and we put an eye test 20 feet away from it as prescribed by the thing, and it is legally blind, not allowed on the roads if it was a human.
Excellent.
This has 2040 vision, so this has the bare minimum requirement for getting a license in California.
And it does have, it will
These
do
are 5 megapixels.
color perception?
Yeah, it does do color.
Okay, it'll see red.
Yeah.
Stop signs.
It sees red a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so so the cameras that they were using. What are we gonna do here?
Yeah, that was interesting to watch that move. And watch this, yeah.
Okay, good. No, it's good. It stopped.
Stopped. Waiting for this person. It sees the person.
Yeah,
does it see the
got
person?
them here,
right there.
See, it's got the no, it's showing 2 now 1.
And then
see, there's
dropped.
1. It's only, just dropping out with the kid.
And so the problem with children are it's too short. The kids are too short for
it's
it
just
to
simply
perceive.
too small.
And a typical car these days has dynamic cruise control, etc.
Yeah.
Does that use LiDAR?
Sorry? No.
Does that use
well,
LiDAR?
it's on some cars it does.
That's what I thought it did.
Some of the really high-end ones,
Okay, and then other than that it uses optical?
Radar.
Radar. Okay,
Radar.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So what is the difference between LiDAR and radar?
So radar, let me just change this quickly.
LiDAR is basically laser radar, right? It's high,
exactly. It's very high frequency, so you get a much better definition. But the advantage of radar is that you can see through fog and rain and snow and things like that. which you can't with either LiDAR or cameras.
Yeah, because of the frequency
so
attenuation.
It's planning a U-turn here.
On a yellow.
On a yellow. And...
oh, Lord.
Let me get it out. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Does it know its own turning radius? Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
And I have, but the thing is, I have tested that.
And I gotta say, the turning radius on this thing is not
terrible. It's terrible. But I have tested it because we do this each time we do this test, and I have. Sorry, let me just stop talking for a second and check we're not going to die. It is doable if you just turn full lock and go reasonably slowly. It does make it. Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, it doesn't seem to understand the basic geometry of the road. And
so it doesn't fully turn the wheel.
No, if it did full lock, it would have.
It would have made it. Yeah.
Slow down. Okay. Yeah, it would have made it if it had just done it right.
Huh. Does it ever go lock to lock? Does it know how to do lock to lock? Doesn't. Apparently not.
Apparently not. It's never once made that U-turn successfully.
Interesting. Huh.
But you can see how people get lulled into a full sense of security because it's kind of like having a gun that goes off once every 6 months or something. If it went off every day by accident, you'd be really careful with what you did with it and where you put it. But if it just goes off once every 6 months, you become a bit more complacent.
Right. It does seem like it should know its own geometry.
Yeah. Or it's just, is there any doubt? Just don't do the U-turn. Go into the parking lot and turn around and then. But yeah, so even with hardware 4, with these, they're 5.6 megapixel cameras now.
And how many does it have?
It's got 2 in here, 2 there, 2 there, and 1 on the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. But one thing which I'll show you later is the cameras. So there's 2 in here looking straight ahead. Okay. One's wide angle, one's thing, but it still can't see more than about sort of there.
And then the ones over here are where are the side looking ones?
So they're underneath the side mirrors. Okay. Yeah, and no, those are not the side looking ones. Those ones look backwards. Those ones give us these images.
Okay. I was side looking because it couldn't look through the mirror.
Yeah. So the side looking ones are back here in the B pillar. So if you pull up to a stop sign and you've got an occluded view and there's fast moving traffic, it's the equivalent of always having to drive with your head right on the headrest like this for looking left and right. And believe it or not, it makes mistakes and will just pull out when there's fast moving traffic approaching because it can't see it.
It doesn't see it.
It also does sometimes pull out even when it can see it, but that's another problem.
So Waymo's with the thing on the top, I mean, that has 360.
That's 360, yeah.
Right, which makes sense.
Makes perfect sense, yeah.
Because otherwise, one way or another, you're going to have an occluded view of something.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even with the Waymos, with the thing on top, they also have ones on all 4 corners because you get an occluded view of being blocked from the car closed down. So if you've got a little kid or a dog or something like that. But I think I can't remember the exact number, but they have something like 13 cameras, 8 LiDARs, and 5 radars or something.
As they should.
And their setup is much more expensive, but still. It's one works, one doesn't.
Right,
it's It's like, oh, the Teslas are cheaper, but they can't safely drive themselves.
Yeah, I was trying to explain to my mom that there are systems that are reliable and do not crash and do not kill people and do not run over kids.
Waymo has done 100 million miles fully autonomously, no one even in the driver's seat, just paying customers in the back.
Right.
And they have never killed anyone. They've never even seriously injured anyone.
Right.
So this is a hardware problem, it's not a software problem.
It's both. Yeah. But yes, it's fundamentally, it doesn't matter how good the software gets because the hardware
the hardware is flawed.
The hardware is totally flawed.
It's never going to be successful without LiDAR or radar. Because it has all of the problems that you have with optical. It has lens flare, it has glare.
You get mud on the lens.
You get mud,
You get water.
Right. Sun in your eyes or in your in your cameras.
Yep.
It doesn't have eyelashes or can't squint.
No. Can't put sunglasses on.
Can't put sunglasses on. Yeah.
Can't fold the mirror down.
Think about how if you had to walk around, had to drive around with your eyes fully open all the time. Think how bad that that would be for your driving skills. It's unbelievable that's the decisions that they have made.
Yeah.
And everybody knows it. I mean, when they did it, everybody in the business said, "What are you doing?"
Gonna work.
Yeah, it's never going to work. And they still haven't changed their mind.
No.
And you have said that they really can't at this point. I mean, there's no place for them to put the LiDAR.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They've fully committed to this solution, or proposed to this strategy,
right.
not solution.
And the Robotaxis use the exact same software and hardware.
Slightly updated software, but exact same hardware. So speaking of the hardware,
this will be interesting.
Do you think it's going to be able to see this barrier?
Oh golly!
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
No, is the answer. That was me breaking.
Woof. Interesting.
Do you think it's going to be able to see this barrier?
Oh golly!
Oh shit!
Jesus Christ!
No, is the answer. That was me breaking.
Woof. Does it not know what a barrier is?
It doesn't.
Doesn't appear to.
Doesn't seem to care.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're very good at this.
Yeah, I can walk home from here.
We're only just getting started. But yeah, it's not good, is it?
And so a Robotaxi would have done that.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, that's a hardware problem. That's just
it just can't see it.
Oh, I haven't changed the destination. Sorry, let me just do this.
And is it because that barrier is too skinny?
I guess.
Or it just doesn't know what it is.
I think it just can't see it. I think it just thinks it's just doesn't see anything there.
Yeah.
Because it's not. It's
look at this guy. He's pulling out in front of you.
Yeah, I think it can't see it, and it just doesn't know that there's anything it should be reacting to.
Yeah, it was not slowing down one iota.
No. Look, it's the heart going, doesn't it?
Okay.
I heard somewhere, I think I read it in Car and Driver, Motor Trend, or one of those, that Teslas have the worst drivers.
Yes.
Because they're wealthy and have a ton of torque, and they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, exactly right. The performance of the cars in terms of speed and acceleration,
the torque is
but in terms of handling and braking, it's a whole different story.
Right. Yeah, if you have that much torque, you want to have that much brake.
Exactly.
And somebody who knows what they're doing behind the wheel.
So you've programmed this for a certain speed over the speed limit?
No, I just told it to go.
Oh, so it's decided.
It's just decided.
It's decided to drive 5 miles an hour.
It doesn't pay much attention to speed limits.
So the speed limit back there is 35?
It's 35.
35, but it was doing 40.
It was doing 40. Yeah. Wow.
No, I've had it do 40 and a 20 before. I've had it do 20 and a 40 before.
And you really can't tell it.
So you can do. There is a setting you can change.
It says always behave.
So max
reasonably.
Speed offset here, but the recommended by Tesla is to set it to plus 40%, because quite often you will get traffic on like an open road or whatever that is going over.
So the speed offset is off of what?
Off of the speed limit.
Off of the speed limit. Interesting. Okay. And that's the recommended. So you're just doing it.
Well, we haven't changed anything. Settings. Yeah, we just did what it came with.
In a 35, it'll do 49.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, that was fast math.
Good Lord. I would never go that much over a speed limit.
Well, think about school zones.
So that was just about to say that, actually. So school zones, it doesn't know what they are.
Yeah.
And it will happily go at 45 in a 40 that is a 20.
That is a 20 when they're children.
So it will go 45 through the school zone when you've got either the yellow light flashing or just children present.
Okay, this is interesting. Doing a roundabout.
It's okay. It has got better at roundabouts recently. It used to be terrifying going into roundabouts.
It's terrifying going into some roundabouts here because people are still getting used to them.
Yeah.
Particularly the one up here.
Yes.
Yeah, that one is nasty. So how long has it been since it kept track of if you had your hands on the wheel or were looking in front?
So this green dot here means that the camera, I don't need to have my hands on the wheel to tell it. It's relying on what I'm doing here. Okay. But if I just... Yeah. It will still just carry on.
What is hurry for?
So you can have it in 3 different modes: hurry, normal, or calm, or something.
Hurry?
But we go for hurry.
So that's a more aggressive style?
Yeah.
Huh. Why don't they say aggro?
Yeah. LA.
405
yeah,
on a bad
405,
day.
yeah. Okay. That's going to be quite an easy run at it, I think.
Yeah. Unless somebody does something stupid.
This wasn't here. We did this last time. We've got a flagger.
Yeah, what does it do with this?
So, well, at the moment, what it will do is just follow the car.
Stop because the car in front of you.
It will just follow the car in front.
Right.
But if you have a flagger with a stop sign, it will quite often just treat them like a stop sign. So it will pull up to them and then go.
Which probably really pisses off the flagger.
Yeah.
And perhaps might put you into the back of a backhoe or a dump truck.
So just...
Flaggers being kind to you, letting you go.
Turn it to stop.
Yeah.
Cause chaos. So as you know, we've been going after this for 3 years now. We've been putting out videos of it doing things like trying to run into barriers, going past school buses, so on and so forth, and just generally, doing dumb stuff. And we, have fairly enraged the cult of Elon Musk and Tesla supporters online. And so about 2 years ago now, they were all saying, this is fake, you've modified the car, you're pressing the accelerator, you're doing this, you're doing that. And we're like, no, it's a standard car, we haven't changed anything, it's on all the default settings it came with. And so we said to all these influencers, come and try it. Come and sit in the car. See that we're not pressing the car. Bring cameras. We'll live stream everything. And they'll say, oh, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And there was one guy who runs a wealth management firm. And he actually was about to be on the board of Tesla a few years ago. And he doesn't know as much about the software as many of the other influencers. And he was like, I'll do it. What could go wrong? And we're like, sure, great. We've finally got someone to come and someone who's not on our team, if you like, to come and independently verify that this stuff is legitimate.
So you think the other people who did know more knew that it would go wrong?
We said we'll go for an hour drive around Santa Barbara, and if it makes a mistake and you have to take over, we win, and if it doesn't, you win. That was the other way around, So all the other influencers were messaging him on Twitter, don't do it, it's a trap, they're gonna do something to it, and because they knew that it would mess up. And so anyway, the reason why I put this extra waypoint is we were coming along this road here, just take it out quickly, and we've been driving around for about 40 minutes or so, and we're in his car, his Tesla Model S. Dan is in the passenger seat, I'm in the back seat, and as we come around this corner, there's a garbage truck backing out of this driveway. The car doesn't slow down at all and just swerves around on the other side of the road, which you cannot see, nothing's coming, and then carries on driving along here. And you see this sign here, I'm pretty sure this means something. And then it just carries on going here, 35 miles an hour, ignores this sign completely, and goes 35 miles an hour into the intersection. There's another car coming across here. Ross, the guy, slams the brakes on. The car screeches to a halt that far away from this woman's door. She's leaning on the horn. It was honestly... And we were like, yep, told you. But yeah, within 100 meters, it made 2 errors that could have resulted in someone in hospital.
Interesting to see what it does on this 10-mile-an-hour curve.
15 is fine for this. It does.
Okay.
Yeah, it did okay. But it doesn't know what those slow down for the corner signs mean.
What the corner signs mean, yeah.
The only signs it understands are stop signs and actually, is that it? And speed limit signs. But it does. They've never bothered to teach it any other signs. And some of the other signs are quite important. Things like do not enter, wrong way, one way, slow.
So if you're coming up to a four-way and the person does not properly give you your right of way, like that guy looked like he was about to go,
like he was about to go.
What will it do?
It will try and go. Most of the time. Sometimes it will just back out, but if it's committed, it will try and go. But if it can stop without being sort of more than the whole car over the white line, it will stop.
Because I go through the intersection at Mission Canyon and Foothill pretty frequently, and people will just blow through that because it's a T.
No, I know the one.
And so the people going on Foothill slow down slightly for the stop sign and then keep going.
Yeah.
And I just know that I just have to let them do that because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I don't want to wreck my car.
Yeah. But yeah, this doesn't have any of that sort of local knowledge.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Go for the gap.
And I can see having Musk constantly say that it's 10 times better than a driver and blah, blah, blah is one thing, but normally people wouldn't probably do this around town. But now that there are Robotaxis, that is what these things do around town.
Yep, exactly.
And that's what they're promoting. And that's what the 10 times the normal valuation of Tesla is because of that. It's not a car company, it's a robot company.
AI and robotics.
Yeah,
or whatever,
right.
Yeah.
Which it's not. Or it is, but it's really bad at it. Yeah, that's kind of the amazing thing is that it's not valued like a car company.
No, it's got a PE ratio of 200 and something, which is more than Google, more than Apple.
Right. And it's bad at both.
Yep.
Both car manufacturing and AI.
Yep. Okay, so we've got a left turn here, and remember that it's looking from behind where you are.
Oh yeah. And so coming into a corner, it does not see the 15. No, it just
go left. Is something coming? Oh, there's nothing coming. Phew. But yeah, so if there is a car coming, it won't know to react to it.
You've got some, you have some good spots in here. You know what you're doing.
I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and they don't fix any of the problems, so it's quite easy for us. Nice and slowly along here. Usually it does sort of 25.
Oh wow, huh? Yeah.
No, this is actually good.
Huh. This is very close. One of my best friends lives right over there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well,
she's got a very nice house, as you would imagine.
I was going to say all the houses around here are very nice indeed. Look, it's going really slowly. I wonder why. Maybe it's embarrassed.
It's sorry. I'm sorry.
Because this is a reasonable speed to be driving on this road, but usually it drives way faster on this road.
Yeah, because this is basically a lane.
Yeah, this is a lane.
It's not even a road.
Yeah.
And if somebody was coming the other way, and this is basically a lane and a half, what would it do? Would it try to get over?
Sometimes it will try and get over, sometimes it will try and push them out the way. Oh dear. Stop.
Because it can't see coming out.
It can't see what's coming. So you see it's trying to edge out into the road so that it can see.
That's more or less what I would do.
Yeah. No, but it's edging out even when there are cars coming.
And its eyes are back
because
there.
Its eyes are back there, whereas you can lean like this and edge out.
Which would be the normal thing to do.
Wait a second. I'm not on mic, so I gotta talk loud to be heard. What you're saying is that in that situation, it's not working off a camera.
No.
In the front of the car.
The camera's here. The only cameras for looking sideways are here or here, but these ones look backwards, so you can't see anything useful with them.
The B pillar is a long way back on this car.
The hardware of these cars is fundamentally flawed.
Okay.
Oh my God. It's like somebody in the back seat driving.
Yeah. It's like
literally a
backseat
driver.
It's like asking you to have a look and you're leaning forward from the back seat to see if you can see anything coming.
Yep. That is pretty amazing.
We don't have any more of those semi-blind turns without a four-way stop, right? That was the last one we're doing today, right?
I think that's the last one.
Okay, because I was going to walk home from here.
It's a long walk from Montecito. Also,
yes, but it's safe.
It's much safer.
Also, following this car closer than I would normally follow.
It does tailgate a bit.
It does tailgate, yeah.
But look, they're going 6 whole miles an hour. Yes, yeah, that's coming. They're going 6 miles an hour under the speed limit. That's offensive to it.
And it's going to ride its ass. And the Robotaxi, they're still in Austin, right? I mean,
they've got 11 of them going around Austin.
Okay.
They Elon announced on Friday that they would be launching in San Francisco or the Bay Area.
Oh, good lord, San Francisco.
This weekend, or last weekend, the one we just had, but they didn't. The school bus test, we first did it in November 2023. And so we're turning right here as well. This could all go. Hang on, let me finish my story in a second.
Before we hit this biker.
Is it going to wait? Is it going to wait for him to get ahead because we're going off?
It does see the biker.
It does see him.
It's going to turn.
Okay. So yeah, we found this problem in November 2023 that it wouldn't stop for a school bus with its stop sign out, and so we did a full page ad in the New York Times, an open letter, dear Tesla, we have identified this. Tesla's response was a cease and desist letter. You faked this test. There's no way our software would ever do this, and preserve all your documents because we're going to sue you. We obviously didn't. We then filmed it, and that February, or the February 2024, we did 2023. We did a Super Bowl commercial showing the Tesla driving past the school bus, showing the Tesla running a kid down, and Elon Musk's response was to crow on Twitter, well, at least people know we have a self-driving car now. And didn't do anything to fix the problem, didn't do anything to, if any other company had put 100 engineers on the issue, it'd be like, right, fix this today, like, we're being attacked for this, this is embarrassing. And we could, more importantly, it's putting people at risk by not fixing it.
They could put in a software fix. So the hardware is fine for figuring out what a school bus is.
Easily. Yeah, this is a very fixable problem. And 2 months after we did our Super Bowl commercial, 5 months after we did our New York Times ad, I'm just gonna stop because the school bus is down here and I don't want to do it right behind another car.
Oh, you have a school bus?
We have a school bus for you.
Already?
So
wow.
Let's just let them get ahead of it. And then, 2 months after our Super Bowl commercial, kid in North Carolina steps off the school bus, Tesla in self-driving mode, goes past, and his head goes through the windscreen. He was in hospital. He's okay.
He bounced off of the hood.
Boof. And he was on a ventilator, had a fractured neck, broken leg. Was in hospital for about 4 months. And it's like, what more do we need to do to get you to fix this very, straightforward problem?
And this was on a city street, I assume, with a school bus.
Yeah, it was sort of rural.
And a driver was letting the Tesla do its thing.
And here we have a school bus. You see it identifies it as a lorry or a truck with its hazard lights on. Oh, we didn't actually hit him. But do you want to go around and go again?
What did we run over?
That we ran over the little
kid,
sled.
We
that
just ran over the sled he's on, not actually the kid himself. Let's go around and do it again. But as you can see, the school bus had its stop sign out, had its flashing lights on.
Absolutely.
And it did absolutely nothing about it. So there aren't any other cars coming, otherwise we'll have to abort. There we go. Oop. Oop. And look,
there's no reaction.
No reaction.
Nothing
at all. Beeping, no warning. It's a hit and run. and it's just carrying on with this day. If you were looking out the window or had fallen asleep, which you can very easily do, like just like that, I'm not actually shutting my eyes, don't worry, but just to show that it doesn't notice, because it can't see through sunglasses. If the child is just standing in the middle of the road, it will swerve around it, but it won't stop. And you should also, and we've had ones where we broke the wing mirror off once, where it swerved around and hit it with its head, hit the wing mirror on its head. But again, it doesn't disengage. And also, yes, okay, sure, it didn't hit the kid on some of them, but you should not be swerving around a child at 40 miles an hour in any circumstance.
Scare the crap out of the kid and the parents.
Yep.
And the bus driver.
Yep.
And even though it did hit something, I mean, it did hit something.
Yeah, it must have registered that something's happened.
Yeah, I mean,
and it just doesn't warn you or beep or anything.
Yeah. I mean, I guess there was a sound, and it doesn't have microphones?
It does have a microphone.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to use it.
But it doesn't...
Because it doesn't respond to sirens either. This is the other thing we were discussing. But it doesn't seem to make... Well, it doesn't at the moment. Apparently on the Robotaxis in Austin, they are testing the microphones to try and make it work.
I see. This is actually kind of a sketchy right here.
You told me there wouldn't be any more of these.
Yeah. Well, there's...
Okay, well, we survived. Luckily, because no one was coming. The road's closed on the other side. Now, I don't know whether if I were driving and this was a situation where a kid walked, say, between two parked cars.
Yep.
That I would have been able to react quickly.
No, you wouldn't.
I would have hit the brakes.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have been able to react, and that's the whole reason why school buses have stop signs.
Have stop signs that you don't go around
why
it.
It's illegal to go past them.
To even go past it.
The point of that test is not really that, it didn't stop in time for the kid that darted out in front of the road. The point is that it should never have been in that situation.
It should not have even proceeded around it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to stop. Yes. One more thing I want to show you, which you're not going to like.
I mean, I'm having a very good time for somebody who's having a very bad time.
Let's just turn here rather than go all the way down
there. And this is the Model Y.
This is a Model Y, that's right.
And so the ones that are more performance oriented, like the Plaid or whatever, is it more aggressive when it has more torque, more speed?
Not really, no.
Okay, it drives about the same.
It keeps it about the same, yeah.
So it doesn't drive like an aggro tech bro.
No. So one of the main problems. Oh, hang on, I'm just.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
I'm just going to work with that car there. We might have to go and do it again. Is it can't read, and it doesn't know what most of these signs mean. Like, it is happily about to just drive down there.
Down a one-way road.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Anyway, that's
that's a good one.
And it doesn't. I have tested it late at night to see, and it doesn't even like. It doesn't.
How could they possibly let this thing on the roads in Austin? Well, you told. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. Interesting's a word for it.
Yeah. You said that the city of Austin had no choice in the matter, right?
They have no choice. There's a statewide regulation that basically says, well, you can't do anything to regulate self-driving cars.
Because what city manager would let this happen in their town? Know what a policeau?
No. It just thinks it's a regular parked car.
Fancy lights.
Yeah. The fancy lights actually confuse the hell out of it because it just sees it as noise and blur and it doesn't know what's going on. There's a great quote that Dan went to Caltech and he was.
I noticed.
And there's a speech he gave when he was. I think it was when he was at uni, or maybe it was after he left. They made him a distinguished alumni, and he gave a talk for it. And one of the things in the talk was about engineering ethics and the fact that a lot of it does fall down to the engineers working on it, that if their boss or project manager is saying, you know, ship this thing, get it out, it is down to you as the engineer to say, no, this isn't safe.
And that is what happened at Tesla, right?
That's exactly what happens at Tesla.
Because the engineers were saying that they needed LiDAR, and he overrode them because of cost.
Anyone who says no just gets fired.
Yeah. And do you know, did some of that engineering team quit or get fired?
Yeah.
I would assume so.
There was a documentary or an interview on 60 Minutes Australia, of all places.
Oh, interesting.
But they, sorry, I'm just seeing what's going on. But they had a former engineer on there, just like there was no like evaluate all the available options. There was no, you know, research before. It was like you will do this with cameras only, and
even though the engineers knew that was the wrong call.
Well, it's not necessarily they knew it was the wrong call, but they didn't know it was the right call.
Right. Which is what you do.
Which is what you do is you do your research, you study it to find out what is the way of doing. Oh my god, hang on. No, it's okay. It's you research and see. Okay, these are the options available, and let's try them all, or at least evaluate them all and see which is the most effective and which is the safest, not just which is the cheapest.
They do have a required engineering ethics class at UCSB for engineering. At least they did 40 years ago when I went through school there. And of course they show you pictures of the Tacoma Straits Narrows Bridge and all that kind of stuff. But this is a more modern, maybe they don't do that anymore, that was a long time ago. But this is a more modern issue. It's probably one of the most compelling issues that they have. As an example of what not to do.
This is a perfect example. This is a perfect example of someone taking the Silicon Valley move fast, break things ethos, which is fine. Like it
is fine in
it gets
software.
Stuff done. It gets your phone whatever. If your phone dies, you just turn it off, turn it on again. It's back. But you cannot use that methodology
with a weapon of mass destruction.
In safety critical software. Anything that someone's lives depend on, you can't just ship it and hope you can patch all the bugs later before it kills too many people. I mean, that should be obvious.
Right. I have to admit that at times I drive at an illegally high speed on APS if it is no people on it.
Around,
if there's no one around, because it's a great road.
It's a fantastic road,
But not for a robot.
No.
I mean, you see people on this road, you know, who have plenty of room, who come over the yellow line because they don't know what they're doing. They go around a corner too fast and they fade. You know, it's bad. And like this guy, both turning.
We've got a car right behind us, and it sometimes does quite erratic stuff here, and I just want to do it when we haven't got cars around us.
Yeah, this is a really good test because this is a good road.
Okay. Go slowly again. That's fine.
I know Waymos. I've heard that Waymos drive like your grandmother, which is what you would want it to do.
It's what you want from a robot. That's in charge of moving you around.
You don't want it to drive like
be like, whoa, that was exhilarating.
You don't want it to drive like your tech bro friend as the BMW M4.
I'm watching the screen right now. The screen looks like it thinks it's on a regular 2-lane highway. Like it could swerve to the left.
It could go up the edge there if it wants to.
I'm hoping that's just the way the screen looks, and it's not the way it's thinking.
Yeah, does it know elevations?
Which side of the road are we supposed to be on?
Oh man!
That's me.
Was that you who did
that? That was me putting it back.
Of course. Does it know elevations?
Which side of the road are we supposed to be on?
Oh man!
That's me.
Was that you who did
that? Was me putting it back.
Of course. Yes, I was wondering about that
granted,
spot.
that is slightly confusing.
It's confusing.
But also, there is a big yellow line down the middle.
Everybody who drives this road knows that.
Yeah.
Not that confusing.
No.
It's not, no.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sorry. I mean, I understand it's not.
Yeah, it's not
a cookie cutter.
Yeah, but it's still a big yellow line and a sign saying arrow this way, arrow that way, two-way traffic.
Well, and it's something you would see in San Francisco everywhere.
Oh yeah. Work. There you go. Are you gonna make this turn?
Oh man. Oh, it's gonna go down Arguello.
Yeah.
Oh. Does it go down the incline?
Yeah.
Yes, it does. The California incline. Larry, have you been down the California incline? You will find out.
I guess in 10 minutes I will be able to say that I have.
It is the one San Francisco road in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
I used to live just below but I used to come and go up the California incline a lot because Christine lives at the bottom of the California incline. And I lived a couple of streets away. So if we were going to the movies, jeez. It's not good on a rough road.
It doesn't care about the bumps. And
well, the Teslas have never been famous for their suspension
the ride in this is absolutely appalling. But it would be improved massively by just slowing down a little
slow
bit.
Down, yeah. Or brake before a big pothole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually it comes out the top there. I don't know why I missed that turning, but anyway, leave it to it. And the yield to uphill traffic does not understand. We haven't actually got any uphill traffic, but it will just. It's like I'm on the right side of the road. The right side of the road is clear. That's their problem.
And it is basically a lane and a half here, particularly if there's cars parked like that one.
Yeah, exactly.
There's definitely not room for a big car. Oof.
Put the signal on here, even though we're just following the road.
The two observations. Number one, I want to know who your meditation teacher is and what medication you are on.
Heroin.
There you go.
But you see, if this was just an other piece of garbage, it would be much safer because nobody would trust it.
That's what I was saying about the gun going off once every 6 months. It lulls you into this full sense of security that it's not going to kill you. And some of the stuff it does is genuinely impressive.
Right.
But
not everything.
But it's nowhere near ready to be in the hands of consumers.
If somebody was driving if your Uber driver was driving like this, you'd be screaming at the top of your lungs.
Yeah, you'd be saying, "Pull over now, I'm walking." Like,
oh Jesus!
It wasn't as bad as I was fearing.
Yeah. I would slow down for that a lot because my front of my car would scrape if I went through that fast.
Let's see what it thinks. Yeah, look, we've got a mini car here. Can you see it? Oh, it keeps appearing and disappearing. It's a motorbike. It's two people.
And they disappear.
Yeah. But
it comes and goes.
Just comes and
I
goes.
have not been watching that. I've been watching the road because I was concerned.
No, and this, if you've not been in a car like this looks really impressive. It's like, oh, it can see everything, and then you realise, oh, it's only seeing half the people and half the cars.
Yeah, and they come and go.
They come and go.
It
doesn't have any sort of, or it doesn't seem of the screen.
It doesn't have object permanency.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly.
Like a baby.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Skateboarders? It would see them as a fast-moving pedestrian, I guess?
Yeah, but it doesn't know to treat them differently because they have wheels.
Right, right.
Right, and so this latest version is apparently the version that will park when it reaches its destination.
It didn't used to do that?
It didn't used to do that, no. It would just get to sort of here and say, yeah, you're close enough, you drive the rest of the way. But this one sometimes parks badly. I know, we'll see. Don't worry, I won't let it park next to either of your cars.
Thank you.
That's a hardware-free test vehicle.
Ah, okay.
So that's even worse than this, like significantly so.
Because of the change of the sensor package?
That's only got the 1 megapixel cameras.
How do you tell it where to park? It makes its own mind up.
It makes its own decision. I think it's going to choose here. Yeah.
Oh, you're done. Thank you.
It says it's not arrived yet, so if we press continue, no, it just destination required. Anyway, I will park myself.
If I have to.
Not very well either, but I'm not being judged yet.
What are the sounds? What are the?
That was just saying I was near the hedge, just parking sensors. So yeah, that was 23 miles we did. Waymo will do 20,000 miles between a mistake.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how? I understand Texas, because Texas is
Texas
is
it's
the wild.
insane.
Yeah.
How are they getting permission to do this in San Francisco?
They're not. They don't have permission. They said on Friday we're going to launch this weekend, and the CPUC came out with this huge statement saying you are absolutely not. So what they're doing is, instead of in Texas, they have the safety monitor sitting in the passenger seat, and they've made the door open switch is a kill switch, like an emergency brake. So
that's what they do when something horrible happens?
Yeah, so they're ready to press that, and they also have options on the screen here for stop in lane, continue, and just to generally prompt it and help it. And they said, yeah, we're going to launch that in California. CPC came back and said, hell no. So do you know what they're going to do in California? They're going to launch the Robotaxi, but with a human in the driver's seat, ready with their hands on the wheel. So
in other words, what we just did.
Yeah. Well, in other words, a taxi.
An Uber. Yeah.
An Uber, except it's not as good a business model as Uber, because it's a paid employee in the driver's seat.
Man.
And they have teleoperators to make sure to take over when things go wrong. So you need 2 people per vehicle to keep it running, as opposed to 1 person for a taxi or an Uber.
There's not a lot of business model on that.
Or no people for a Waymo.
But the California authorities who have said hell no to the Robotaxi don't seem to have any objection to this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so it's the DMV who are in charge of regulating this side of it in California do have a problem with it, and they said to Tesla, you cannot call this full self-driving, you cannot call it autopilot, you cannot keep saying it's 10 times safer and all of that. And Tesla said, yes, we can. It's the First Amendment, it's freedom of speech, we can say what we like. And the DMV then sued them to enforce this. Tesla spent 2 years kicking it down the road, and there was a trial last week that concluded on Friday of the DMV suing Tesla, saying you're wrong for doing this, and if they win, which I think they might, because it's not self-driving, it's not full self-driving, and it's not safer. But we'll get the decision for that in about 2 months.
Okay.
And if the DMV wins, they'll be banned from selling Teslas for a month. So, but I don't think they actually have to. I don't think the order they're asking from the judge actually stops them from calling it full self-driving or autopilot or making all the claims. It's just a slap on the wrist to say you can't sell any cars for a month.
All right then. Okay.
But yeah, we've been trying to get it, because the thing is, there is a very rigorous framework for deploying autonomous vehicles. And Waymo's been following it, Cruise was following it, Zoox is following it, and it's only Tesla who said this is not a self-driving car. To the regulators, they say this is not a self-driving car, this is just an adaptive cruise control and lane keeping equivalent. They say it's a level 2 system as opposed to level 4, which is full self-driving, which is autonomous, lowercase full self-driving. Yeah. So we have tried to get this law passed in Sacramento, which means that if the car will do what this does, basically change lanes on its own, stop at traffic lights, basically be a self-driving car, it must be classified as a self-driving car. It must be driven or used or tested by employees who have been trained in how to do it, not just not to be used as a a way to bring in extra revenue. They brought in $4 billion from selling this software.
That's right, because the software is additional to the Tesla.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's a $12,000 option, or a $99 a month.
Wow.
Oh no, sorry, it's $8,000 option now. It used to be 12, and they brought the price down because no one was buying it because no one believed it worked, and they still don't. But according to Elon Musk, by the end of this year, you will be able to sleep in the car as this drives you around. But he did also say the same thing in 2024 and 2023 and 2022 and 2021 and 2020 and 2019.
And he also said there'll be 100,000 of them or something like that. There was some recent quote about that.
Yeah.
Although nobody seems to be buying them right now, so I don't know how they're going to sell 100,000 of them.
Yeah.
Where's Ralph Nader now that we need him?
Well, Ralph Nader gave us a quote.
Unsafe at any speed.
He called this the most reckless decision. Deploying this to the public was the most reckless decision ever taken by any automotive company in the history of cars, basically. Which we use from time to time, but
wow.
But still, NHTSA, the regulators, none of them have done anything about it. And we've met with them. We've shown them we've done presentations to them and shown them the videos of it going past the school bus, of it driving on the wrong side of the road, and they go, "Yep, we are investigating this. We're very concerned, and our results will be published when our investigation is concluded."
I mean, this does seem like a NHTSA issue.
Yeah,
and
it is.
That is the transportation safety.
He's selling this. He's selling the same system outside the United States.
No, well, yes, he's selling it, but you can't use it outside. All the other countries in the world have said, "Hell no."
Really?
Yeah. Apart from you can do it in the US, in Canada, and Mexico. That is it. So we actually gave this car a driving test. We went to the DMV.
Oh, wow.
We got a retired DMV instructor.
Oh, how smart!
Take it on the DMV route.
Yeah.
The guy, it failed 4 times in 20 minutes, 4 major fails. And this isn't a route we'd picked where we knew it was gonna, we knew it was one of our barriers or anything like that.
Excellent idea.
And the guy, I'll see if I can find. I'll send you a link to the video. But he literally is like shaking after it and said, "This is the guy who teaches or tests 16.1-year-olds all day, every day.
Who must have nerves of steel."
Nerves of steel. And he said, if I had to do this in this car every day, I would retire immediately.
Oh my God.
I'm glad you're here. But yeah, because you can't really, like, it's a real problem we have, is you cannot explain how bad it is to someone. They just go, and every time we take someone for a ride, we'll tell them before, it tries to kill you every couple of days, it's really, really dangerous. And then they do a ride and they go, "You didn't tell me it was this bad." We go, we told you it was going to kill you. And they're like, yeah, but no, this is really bad. And it's like, yeah, but you cannot, it's very, very hard. I mean, we cannot find a way to convey this to someone and get them to have the feeling that you're having now without putting them in the car.
Yep.
And so we went to Sacramento, we took all the state legislators for a ride around Sacramento, we did a similar thing, we had a stop sign on the train tracks, and it would just pull up to the train tracks and just stop on the middle of the train tracks.
Wow.
And yeah, we did the school bus and all that sort of stuff, and it really gets them. And we've got some people up there now who are hopefully going to pass some legislation in the next session next year that will make this an engineering prototype, designate this as an engineering prototype, which is what it is.